Hi everybody. Whoa, that's... Hold on. Peeking my mic. Hold on. Okay, hi everyone. I'm not sure why Mort's broken. Mort just kind of died while I was on vacation. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. There was an OBS update, but I didn't take the update, so I don't actually know exactly what is going on. So, who knows? Yeah, clearly no one... Clearly I needed to get a sitter for Mortimer. Alright, so I totally... Because Mortimer broke, I totally missed the Henotis Grandis window. So I need to switch back to my other character. So give me a second to do that. So anyways, hi everyone, I'm back from vacation. Before anyone asks, yes, I did go fishing on vacation. I will get this starting soon screen off in just a second. My microphone is being great at being inconsistent, which is annoying. I had it working, and then we did the charity event, and I broke it. And I don't have my settings. What if it's a noise gate? I don't know. I'm not a professional streamer. Anyway, sorry for the slow start up there, because Mort was really actually not working. Like, he'll show up and just not say anything. Which I think is kind of funny. But, alright. We're on Sophia. So my next ult that I'm working on is I wanted to see how fishing is with turn the music down just a smidge. I want to see how fishing works on like higher pings. So we're doing that. Thank you, Zin, for the 5 months resubscription. Also, I told you to tell me when you were resubscribing so I could, you know, give you a gift month for moderating chat during the charity event. Anyways, let's go. So I completely missed Henotis, which is annoying, but I do have a fish train up here. Ooh, it's 3:30, so I have 23 minutes. Okay, cool. Do I have enough time? I guess the first question is, do I have the book? I have nothing discovered in the Sea of Stars. Okay. We're gonna try something here. I don't know if I can actually get it, so I need to go to Thavnair first, which I don't even have unlocked. Which means I have to go to the Great Work, ride over, walk in. Got it. Also, hello to Twitch and YouTube. I am once again multi-streaming this. I did not time that music, so that's fun. Well timed their level up. Yeah, so this is my Oceania ult, who is currently going through Endwalker. And I've been really bad at doing it just because I've been so busy. But I'm on the moon, so that's a good start. But I don't have everything unlocked, and I don't remember if once you get there, do I get the Sea of Stars book, or do I have to wait until I get to Ultima Thule? That's what I'm not sure about. While we are riding across the Thavnarian countryside here, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I have turned on memberships, and which will get you a few emoji. I was trying to make it so that you would have the same set of emoji that Twitch has, but YouTube has far more limited emoji slots, and it's based on the number of people who actually have membership. It's kind of weird. So you have 4 emoji to start with. I've also docked the membership price down because you don't get all the same cool stuff as Twitch, and that just didn't seem fair. So if you are on YouTube and you want to support me financially, you don't have to. I don't care. But if you want some fun little Mora emoji, those are now available on YouTube. At least some of them are. And when I get, if and when I get more members, I will add more as they go. Thank you, Natalie, for the use of Prime. Thank you, Chab. All right. I'm still working on also connecting chats on the back end, so I have to swap between chat stuff right now. So, hello, Chab D and Byron over in the YouTube chat. Alright, so we're going to see if we can get the Sea of Stars, because if we can, we'll go for Lopoceris. I might have to do some pancake farming really quick, just to get the last of the scripts. My cat is awake. It's not even time for her to start begging for food yet. She missed us while we were on vacation. It was a little sad for her. But she didn't hiss at us when we got home. That's the one thing that she'll do. If we are gone for more than, I think it's 5 days. I figured it out once. It was like if we're gone for maybe more than 4 or 5 days, she will hiss at us when we walk in the door for the first time coming back. And she didn't do that this time, which is nice. We do have Sea of Stars, and I need 16 tokens. And no, I cannot get them from the Rowena's trader because I don't have Endwalker finished. So I need to go here, here, here? Yeah. And I don't need that many, I just need 16, geez. I need you. I'm gonna grab 50 of you. And we'll start there. They're also already giving me Dawntrail bait, and I don't even have Dawntrail yet unlocked, so I can't even use it. Alright, there we go. And I have Ilsabard in the Northern Empty. Okay. So we can totally go do Lopoceris at 3:33, so that's in 18 minutes. So we have a little bit of time. Let me go pin that. Oops. Forgot I turned off some of the Endwalker stuff. Oh, wait, that's also a really good question. Do I have the gear for Lopoceris? I'm in Thunder Yards. I think I should. What is it, Loki? Hold on, we're doing a cap break here. If you hear little meows, it's the cat. She wants to try and jump up on my desk. She can't jump up onto my desk. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything you'd like to say to chat? She's rubbing her face on there. Chab D, thank you for the follow, for the subscription on Twitch. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I have to put you down now, Cat. You are in the way. Okay. We do also have to walk to the moon. That's the other thing. So I do need to account for at least... I'm going to give myself probably 10 minutes on Lopo. I need to also confirm the minimum gathering, which I might just have to pick up some food for, but give me a second. I kind of, like, straight up wrote off doing legendaries from Endwalker, because I don't know if I have the G... I might not have the gathering for it. Yeah, I'm like 300 short. Do I have... I should have materia, though, right? Why don't we just pass on that, then? But now I have that, and I can pick up the gear later. I don't have enough money to do that. I only have, like, 260k on this character, so I'm not going to pick up a new rod yet. But let's move on to the next fish that we're going to actually tackle here, now that I'm focusing on this. Let's see. Sweet Newt, Floating Boulder. Floating Boulder isn't that exciting. Dark Stars for 3 minutes. Twitch Beer. Oh, there we go. Sea Butterfly. We can totally go do Sea Butterfly. Now the question is, can I do... How well can I run with with low GP here? We'll say though the ping really kills you when it comes to like eating food. You have to remember to eat food. Your cordials take like a whole second away from everything, so it really slows you down. Oh, Sky. Couldn't see that last bit. But things just take... The one thing that I have been learning with doing high ping fishing is that it takes so much more time to do anything. Mostly just because for US to Oceania, it's a pretty high... What is my ping? Let's see if I can see server stats. Where is the one that has the pings on it? There it is. My ping to materia right now is 279 milliseconds compared to 89 that I get on Crystal in the North American server. How do I have better ping to Dynamis? Is Dynamis not in the same server cluster, or like in the same server center? Also that, if a fish gets away, I lose like a whole second. So in ocean fishing, it's a nightmare. Also, the obligatory confirm that I have book, which I'm pretty certain I have. I think I have all the books on this character, but I have ran into that so many times that I should... no. I can just double hook into this, though. Alright, so Sea Butterfly is up in 3. That'll give us enough time to recover some GP. This will be a bit messy, but I'm okay with that. I didn't give myself enough time to prep, and it's been a while. Oh, I forgot the double hook gives you more. That's why. It's been a while. Alright, we'll let that burn off then. Whoops. That's embarrassing. I should have remembered that double hook doesn't give 2, it gives 4, because I used that at the start. Ah. It's okay, we'll go pet Loki here. It's right here. Does it? Yeah, there we go. Just reset. How embarrassing. That's okay. We still have time. Should probably also pin Sea Butterfly again. Right. We can double hook because we just reset everything. Okay, now we just need to not double hook Scorpion Flies. The physical servers are in California. Yeah, I thought they were in California as well. RIP Montreal. So it's, I don't know, according to the ARRstatus.com, my ping to Crystal and Primal specifically are higher than I would expect for something that's all on the same, like in the same server structure. Like they're 10 milliseconds. I mean, it's 10 milliseconds. It's not that big of a deal. But it's just really weird to see that it's not uniform. Okay, I'm just getting these guys, and I don't want those guys. So it's just kind of funny to see. See, the last time I think I went for Sea Butterfly was at least 2 or 3 months ago, I think. Is that my 5th one? Okay, I still need one more and then I can identical cast. Was a few months ago. I haven't done any high tier testing, like any high GP testing, because I haven't melded my main character's gear to the 1043 GP set yet. It's on my list of things to do this weekend while I'm still on vacation, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So, we're getting there. It's just not there yet. Yes, I can do this, and I can still hook, and then I will get 400, even though the window's open, that's fine. This will be a scuffed run, but that's okay. Let's see. Do I have Kuno yet on this character? I do. Let's do this. Alright, so I have Kuno, because Kuno's coming up after this, so I don't need to go for him. Problematicus, I think I still need on this character. Could go back to my other character and go for Lancetfish. Right, we're gonna do non-chummed here just to save my GP so I can get a second int. This character has already gotten all of the Shadowbringers, big and legendary fish, so we're not that like fresh on this character. This was the one that I was just like, I want to do Lord of Far Waters first. So I do have Lord of Far Waters on this character. What I don't have is much of anything else. I think I have a bit of a chunk of Grandmaster Caster done. Wait, that's unique fish. Go big for home. Here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big chunk. 11. Ooh, bite. And a slip, but we got a bite. We'll take it. All right, back to middle spinner. It's been so long since I've done Sea Butterfly. I'm not in Over in YouTube chat. Yeah, Byron, I do have big fish. I have final fish. 1, 2. I have final fish 3 times. This is a character that I'm working on for the 4th one. I'm actually working on 2 simultaneously. Just casually. I probably won't. I might get one of them before the end of Dawn Trail. I probably won't get both. To final fish. Okay, we just need 2 more sky fairies. Let's see. Fluid Ari is asking, what big fish do you think is the silliest? I personally love the greatest bream in the world. Fun fact, greatest bream in the world is the longest name of any fish in the game. But... I should say, longest name of any fish in English. Oh, silliest fish. What is a silly? What would be? Ooh, maybe brown banana eel. Just because because it is incredibly slippery, and I just find it very funny that there is a fish named brown banana eel that is also slippery. Ronka is also very silly, yeah. What's the other one? I think Problematicus is silly in the concept of you have this fish that is like 80, 90 feet long, and you're pulling it out of a volcano, and it's like a few hundred feet below you. Like, that in itself is just conceptually very silly. Like, if you explained that to somebody playing, like, I don't know, like Stardew Valley fishing, and you're just like, oh yeah, I just casually bring up fish that are like 90 feet long and out of volcanoes and stuff, they would probably look at you really funny. Sea Butterfly has gotten a little bit less annoying with the introduction of the lures. I'm still waiting for... Oh, bummer. Alright, well that's it for Sea Butterfly. I'm still waiting. I think I need another... Hold on, I'm doing the math in my head. 1043 is the current one. I think we can get to 1100. Yeah, we can get pretty close to 1100 GP. That is almost enough to have a deterministic 3-int modest lured sea butterfly run. And when I say deterministic, that basically means I tell you exactly what to do, and if you do it in that order, you can guarantee yourself the 3-int. We can do it without modest lure, but you can't do it with. You can't consistently do it with modest lure. I have done it a few times, but I got lucky because a couple of the triple hooks that I got on the second int, or the double hooks that I got on the second int, were large size, so I got my Thalia's favor uses in. But we can quickly go grab, if I have root leeches, I do. We could probably go grab Vidolfinir if I don't have it already, because it's in Dravania. Yeah, right over there. So we have to go to the not count Mogholm. Vidolfinir should be pretty quick. But that was one of the things that I was working on, and I estimated I needed to somehow get another 150 GP for it to be fully deterministic. But we're not there yet. That was when I was at 1,000 GP, or 1050, I think. So I don't think we have enough now. I probably won't have enough until 8.0. Let's see. Okay. Slap the Noontide Oscar, and then it's the guarantee off the lure, so this one hopefully should be quick. Yeah, 33 inches Mel is notably shorter than 90 feet. I mean, if it was like 90 inches versus 33 inches, I'd be like, maybe, but no. Alright, 30 seconds for noontide here. We won't even waste the... Well, nah. Screw it. We could go for Ninja Beta as well, because I think that's a long window coming up. Nope, that's a short window, because it's... Oh, it's 8 a.m., that's why. Octomammoth. Do I have Robber Balls? We could go for Ronka. I don't have enough. We might be able to go for Robber. We might. I could probably pick up a few for that. We could probably go try for Ronka after this. We'll just make a quick pit stop in Gilmore. There's a Vidofnir. We have 5 minutes to prep for Ronka, so this is going to be real sketchy. The other option is we go for... we could also go for Problematicus in 4 minutes as well. I'm trying to think of what's easier on the... Oh wait, why am I going for Ronka? I already have... Hold on. I have the tracker up here with Shadowbringers fish. For when I don't need Shadowbringers fish. We're just going for Problematicus now. And I only need Metal Spinner and a few Magma Worm for that. Do I have Magma Worm? No, so we still have to go to Gilmore. It is 50, that's right. I don't think I need Opabini on this character. While I'm here, I might as well just pick up. I do need Opabini. Who was I struggling for Opabini on? So we can pick up Opabini at some point as well, because that is almost guaranteed to be up in an hour. It's actually kind of surprising. I expected it to be up a little bit more. But we're also probably going to have to quickly swing by Pancake Octopus to go grab just a little bit more of the cheap bait. Alright, where were we going? We're going to Az's Law. So, when I was on vacation, I was up in Vermont, and the very first thing, this might not be a surprise, it's problematic, it's not Az's Law, blah. Darn you dragon languages. So I was up in Vermont, and this may not be a surprise, but the first thing I did was find the local fly fishing store, and went there and started talking to the guy to see where it would be good for me to go fishing. This was like the first thing I did. Came in the evening. First thing in the morning, driving 30 minutes to an Orvis fly fishing store to go talk to the guy and pick up some flies. Came home, didn't go fly fishing. My brother-in-law and I went out to a lake, or a pond it was called. It looked like a lake, but they called it a pond, I guess. And then went fishing there. And realized that I had gone fishing in 3 different states. Pennsylvania, Maine, and New York. And I had never, ever caught a fish in another state until I came to Vermont, in which case then I caught like 6. So I was able to break that streak. There's our fossil tongues, and now I need a bunch of granite crabs, which I'm going to stock. And maybe we'll go ocean fishing here in 20 minutes so I can restock my my cordials and scripts. Thank you, YouTube app, for notifying me that Fruity Snacks is now live. I had no idea. The YouTube app has been acting really strange for me recently. I don't know why. It just has. It's just like, hey, by the way, this thing that you did, you acted on your own, is doing the thing. And I go, I know. I'm the one who did it. Should work on my EU alt again for fishing. I need to drag... I think I need some gear on my EU alt. YouTube app is going to go stream a day late. So I'm learning stuff about the YouTube now. The YouTube streaming stuff. Now that I'm actually like able to pay attention to it a little bit more. The one thing that I'm learning is with YouTube, it will send you a notification of whenever a video is ready. So it doesn't necessarily send you the live version, but it will take time to like process the video, and then it tells you that it's done processing. And that's what a lot of people get the notification for. At least that's what I've been getting notifications for, of like, oh, you're not live. It's, here's the live VOD. But then again, when I was testing this last week, someone was like, yeah, I got it in, an hour later. So, I don't know. I haven't had time to really sit down and figure out how YouTube works with its live streaming system and stuff to be able to like be like, hey, yeah, this is how I can use it. It just does whatever it does. Is Lord of Lords available as well? Because we could probably just knock that out too while we're at it. If we are. Nope. Not up for another hour. That's... No, that's a Lava Lord. 24 seconds? 30 seconds? Could that have been a Lava Lord? Oops. I guess I'm just gonna catch a mooch of this. Let me check. It's Been a hot minute. I actually have been doing a ton of fishing too in the past couple of months because I've been getting ready for like Dragon Con. I've been PvPing for the charity event a couple of weeks ago. Which again, thank you all for your support on that. Okay, that could have been Problematicus or Lava Lord at that specific bite time. I am live. I have been usually live, but on Twitch, and I have just decided to I stopped using Streamlabs, which was a pain to multi-stream off of, and swapped back to YouTube or to OBS. And so now I can multi-stream easily and free and not pay like $100 a month for it. So yes, I am live. Taking a month off to enjoy the fall a bit more. That is actually very wonderful sounding. I was just talking about my trip to Vermont, and I will also mention that Vermont really has some good color right now in its foliage. When we got there like a week ago, it was kind of dull and a little green, and when my wife and I left yesterday, there was a ton of color already. Like, it really popped within just a week. So it's I don't know, according to my wife, the experts are saying that due to the weather that we've been having, it's going to be a duller color this year, but they're already like really, really bright. Also, hi Maeve. Oh, we got a ton of time here. How do I want to do this? Makeshift bait into a high cordial into casting out, and we'll just manually pick up the crabs. Here's a question. Do I have a Titanic sawfish? I bet you I don't. That's something I'll have to pick up, because I don't even think I started Feast of Famine on this character. Xenacanthus is up in 11 minutes. We could go have fun with that. Do I have Stonefly on me? Yeah, I do. Yeah, we'll go do we'll do Xenacanthus after this. We'll just knock out some of these legends. Hello, Cappy, and welcome over. Bum, 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 bum. What's that noise? Not that any of you could hear, but it sounded like someone just turned like a computer on in my apartment, but I'm the only one here. Except the cat. Unless the cat learned how to use a laptop, that'd be really cool. Gondola Lavar is up in 56 minutes, and I still need to get a Still have to record the guide for that too. I did have I put out this week. I put out Unidentified Aquatic Specimens 2 because a lot of people have been asking about that mission, and I have like 80%, if not 90%, of Aquatic Specimens, Unidentified Aquatic Specimens 3 edited out this morning, and I'll probably finish that tonight during my tabletop. So it was kind of weird how like Fenia comes out and then everyone's like, hey, how do I do all these sinus missions? Like that's what everybody was trying to figure out, was like all these hard sinus missions. So like I posted that and some people were like, why are you using, like, why are you putting out guides for sinus? So it's like, because people are asking for them. That is, nah, I'm not even gonna, that's not a problematic as. But hello to everyone who is watching over on YouTube for a while. I'm doing this new now, I guess would be the way to do it. And again, for those of you who are watching on YouTube and or Twitch, there are emotes available. I don't know where they are on the live thing. They're probably just under the video for YouTube. Same place that you would find them on Twitch. I have emotes available for those if you want to do the emote thing, I guess. I'm not huge on asking people for money, but I know some people want to have like funny emotes of fish, so I have them there available if you would like them. They're both on Twitch and on YouTube. Fish Eyes, yeah, so Fish Eyes works for everything in A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers. It does not work on legendary fish. It does not work on ocean fish. So like earlier, before this, I used Fish Eyes to get Vidolfnir, or to at least get Vidolfnir to bite. Alright, Problematicus has another 3 minutes. I don't think I'm going to be able to Could I rebuild? Yeah, let's see if we can force a rebuild really quick. We have a full amount of GP. And then we have ocean fishing in 10 minutes. I don't know what the route is, so let me look that up. Let me just open up my group of fishing resources here. Let's see. Ocean fishing. 10 minutes. Ooh, it's the shark route with Coral Manta. So yeah, we'll do that. If you want to, if you are currently able to, because you are not working, I'll put a party finder up maybe here in like a few minutes after this. And we can go together. But it also requires coming to Materia, so if you don't, then, like, don't worry about it. Owen is asking, wait, why are you making ults for big fish? Because I like it, I guess would probably be the way to do it. This is my 4th time going for all the big fish. It's kind of a two-sided thing. One, I just like fishing in Final Fantasy XIV, and I like having to do it from scratch. I could just go and recatch them all on my main, but that just doesn't feel the same. So I make different ults on different regions, so I can fish with other folks as well. That's the other part. The other reason is usually I will make an ult when some big change happens, or to test something specific, so I can kind of get it from a fresh start perspective for making guides. So like this guy very specifically is for seeing how different high ping versus low ping fishing is. Getting a ton of these large size crabs. Holy crap. And I think I have like 2 minutes left. 1 minute. Okay, we're only getting like a mooch out. So usually the alts are testing specific things. The other alt that I'll probably play on maybe is based on North America, but is specifically leveled during Dawn Trail. So I know what it's like to level during Dawn Trail, what the fishing from start would be like during Dawn Trail. Apathetic Tactician and Capybaras, thank you for the follow. I did see those. Alright, we're gonna get like maybe 1 or 2 mooches out. Let's see. So, going back, Capybaras, Shadeshifter would work with fish eyes. Aquamaton is a bit of a weird fish right now. I actually think it's kind of cool in that it is a legendary fish that is up daily, similar to how Stethecanthus is. Whereas you only need like, I think it's 1600 to 1800 for Aquamaton. And so you're only really limited by Shadeshifters. 10 to 16, my bad. Not 16 to 18, 10 to 16. 16 to 18, I think, is Stethecanthus. Yes. So what you can do is go for the Shadeshifters first, and then just go for the Shapeshifters later and trigger it like an hour after it would actually start, like officially. Alright, so that's it for problem. We are going to miss bits of Xenocanthus, but before we do that, if you want to come and join, I'm not going to wait too long, so probably like 5 minutes after. Oh, that's really sad. Alright, gathering forays. Just fishing. We'll make this a private party to start. Password's like 1528. There we go. If you want to come over to Materia and go ocean fishing with me, you can. We are literally the only party finder up right now. So we're going to head over to the fringes. Hello, Loki. It's almost Loki's dinner time. Loki, for those who missed it earlier, is my cat. So, fancy do. Hey. Hold on 1 sec. I need to give Loki some attention, or she will try and bite my elbow. Come here. She just sometimes wants to be up on my lap, but doesn't want to jump onto my lap for some odd reason. Like, she can totally just jump up onto my lap, I don't care. Instead, she just bats at the side of my my desk chair. So now I'm sitting in a really awkward position here because she'll try and bite my elbows again if I use the keyboard. Or use my keyboard the usual way I would, in my usual position. Alright, Xenocanthus. Very slippery fish. It's up right now. Hey, what do you... No, get off my desk. No, there's Legos on the desk. You can't... Okay, there we go. She can't be on my desk because I have Legos and I don't need her eating those. Oh, it's cloudy. No! Foiled. almost her food time, so now she starts getting really annoying because she's like, "You've been gone. I need food." She's being a cat. We'll see how this goes with the Xenacanthus, because Meonifish is, I believe, up. I forget if it has a time. Is Meonifish up? Yeah, it is up for another 20 minutes because it's only weather. Bummer. Yeah, Loki, she is a troublemaker. But not like I'm gonna jump up onto the couch and or shelves and like knock stuff off. If you pick her up and just put her up there, she will, you know, she'll bat at stuff on shelves, but she doesn't attempt to do that. She's actually kind of lazy in that sense. But when she is hungry, she lets you know. Yeah, this one's mooched off the hardhead. And it should once again slip, but the last time I said that was on my other alt, and it didn't slip. It was the first catch on my other alt. You don't usually see that. It's like a 1 in 10, I think, for that to happen. Yeah, see, this is Meonifish. Meonifish is a terrible fish in Dawn Trail now because it ruins one of the coolest preps for any fish ever, which is you can use Fish Eyes and Ambitious Lure to target Hardhead Trout, which you can then pocket with Spareful Hand. So you can go into a Xenacanthus window with a full set of like 4 mooches ready to go. But it becomes a pain in the butt if it's cloudy. Because that's when, or sorry, cloudy and foggy, because that's when Meonifish is up. If Meonifish didn't have like that weather requirement or had like a different time requirement or something, it would be so much cooler to be able to just use Fish Eyes to prep Xenacanthus, because you can't catch Hardhead Trout before the Xenacanthus window. But it's one of my favorite things. I have a video on it, but the Xenacanthus prep is probably one of the coolest things to come out of Dawn Trail. And just with the synergy, because it has so many different, it uses so many different skills, it fits perfectly with everything. It's great. But if it's cloudy or foggy, Meonifish gets involved and it's not as effective. It's still doable, it's just not as effective. Annoyingly. Alright, so we'll finish up this Xena window for 7 minutes and then we'll queue for ocean fishing. So there's the guaranteed bite. Xenacanthus is the 3rd slipperiest fish in the game? Let me look. We have all these cool resources that can tell us all these fun things. Slip rate. Xenacanthus is 3rd, yeah, behind Lopoceros elegans and the Matriarch, which has a 92.4 estimated percent slip rate. Oh, we're not going to have any... Oh, no. I'll have some cordials because I can just buy 10. Loki is looking up at me like, feed me, human. You've been gone. She was taken care of. We had a rover sitter come in. And she was great. But now she's like, but you're home. I want the food. What do you do? But you can't. It's not food time yet. This is where Meoni Fish starts messing with this, because if we didn't have Meoni Fish, the only other bite would be Hardhead Trout, which would make it a whole lot easier to do this. But because Meoni Fish is there, it bites more often, it becomes like a toss-up. I will just continually talk about the Xenacanthus prep because it is incredibly fun. That the tech for it is just great, and not something you would typically see in most other fish. Aquamaton, I think, would be one where you don't really get to use it, but because it affects Shadeshifter, you can technically have a much increased chance of getting the Aquamaton int. You just have to open with Shadeshifter rather than opening with Shapeshifters. Yeah, Shadowbringers having fish eyes just made everything way cooler. Moratecta is the other one, yeah. That just gives you like 23 minutes-ish of fishable time. But with doesn't actually help make it bite more often. That's the one thing that Lancet kind of skipped through with the Dawn Trail change, was Moratecta isn't less annoying to get. It's just you have more opportunities to be annoyed. You can't see this, but she's literally like sitting at the foot of my chair, looking up at me. And just like staring at me. And then sometimes she jumps up onto the side and then goes, wait, nope, I'm not allowed to do that. I also keep looking at the time, and I have to realize that the server time... I have server time enabled on this character, but not my other ones, because I have learned that the materia and like the Japanese data clusters base everything around server time, because it's so close. So whenever I'm like looking at events or trying to talk to people, be like, oh yeah, at this time, I end up using server time. But North America doesn't do that. We just use local time and Eastern, and Europe does GMT. Alright, we've got like 90 seconds left. We'll do this, then we'll go ocean fishing, then I'll feed the cat, then we'll come back and do more fishing. Let's see if we can grab here before the end of the window. What do we have coming up? I'm picking all these, like, kind of nasty legends, too. And the only fish that we've caught so far today is Vidofnir. We did have a sea butterfly bite, but we've just only caught Vidofnir. So maybe after ocean fishing, I'll do some softball fish. Like lancet fish? No, we're not doing lancet. Okay, we're not going to make that in time. Pop that. Going to swing over to Yulmore. We'll also kill the PF. She is a troublemaker, though. Seriously. Oh. Stack out on cordials, and then we'll go ocean fishing. We are still the only EF up. Yeah, Prince. So if the trend holds, Fish Eyes will work on Endwalker fish next expansion, so 8.0, so end of next year. Maybe even this time. No, won't be this time next year because JP FanFest won't be happening. I am sitting comfortably in. What? You're jumping. I'm sitting comfortably in the idea that 8.0 is going to drop in 2026. Let's grab some shrimp cage feeders while we're here. Spoonies, rags, krill, store the rest so I don't get confused. Where's the bugs over there? So, stuff is all over the place. I need to get that scale stored. Okay. Register to board. We're going to go to the Rotano Sea. We'll probably be like the only person on this boat. While we queue, I will be right back. I am going to go give Loki a snack so she doesn't bug us. So I'll be right back. And we're back. The cat has been given some of the magic food tube food, aka churu. Loves that. Oh, now I know where those computer sounds are coming from. It's coming from my neighbor. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So this will be about 3 minutes until we queue in, and we might be solo. They might. So we're just gonna move on. Let me go look at the media. The fan license. Let's see, media license. I know that I think Endwalker is, so I might have gotten slammed for that one earlier. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Music and sounds, you can use those. Music for TikTok, you can use those. I also think sometimes Loki just forgets that I'm here. So I think it was modified. Let's see. The license applies to following materials. General guidelines. These guidelines allow you to use these things. Answers. So Answers isn't listed specifically, but I think it's album... Hold on, what was that on? Which album was that on? That was on the Endwalker album, which is allowed. Yeah, Endwalker original soundtrack is there. Answers is not called out specifically anywhere as not being allowed. So if it does get... So if I do get docked for using, say, Endwalker or Answers running in the background, then Square Enix isn't the one who's calling it out. For anyone who cares, like, the media license is actually... The North American media license is actually... incredibly nice. Oh, we have 3 people. Sweet. So Sarah over in the other chat is asking, how are new big fish figured out? It is, as you say, it's like, it is a community effort. It's something that we call the discovery period, or just discovery for short. And what will happen is we will know which fish are added where. Like, we'll have a rough idea of, this fish has been added, like, a fish has been added to Moose Springs Eternal. And what people will start doing is coordinating which baits they're using, what times they're going, and they will just start fishing. And they will fish, and they will fish, and fish, and fish, and fish, and fish, and fish, and fish. And so hundreds of fishers, I think at peak, I think Legendary Discovery, which will be in 7.55, that's the one that has the most people coming in. It is really just people going in and then sharing information. We're coordinating it in the Fishboard. Let's see. It's permitted, but Wrath has mentioned in the past that he's gotten dinged for it before. I might just copy my stream playlist then, and I might just remove... I think Dragon Song is also then technically potentially risky. So I'll probably just remove, like, Dragon Song, Answers, Endwalker themes. I think Stormblood isn't. That's the fun part. But I think Answers and Endwalker or Answers and Dragon Song for sure, because they were the same singer. And I think that's what the problem is. But yeah, so that's how we find new fish. By just like, we literally brute force it and just start exploring everywhere. And then once somebody has a bite, or now with like the lures, hidden fish, if we get a message, there are certain rules that fish conditions always follow. For example, they are roughly no less than 30 Eorzean minutes long. They are contiguous. So if, say, a fish's window is like 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., it is not going to be any other time during the day. It is always going to be at 4 to 5 a.m.
Excuse me.
The cat is just yelling. Oh, I threw spoonworm on, not crap. Wrong worm. Embarrassing again. Hold on. Just started my big fishing journey. Oh, okay, yeah. I've just started my big fishing journey. I think it'd be really cool to see the discovery phase. The next discovery phase will be literally the day that patch 7.4 drops. So probably end of the year, December-ish, if not January. Prince Brightstar. I'm hoping in 8.0 we either get a way to Fish Eyes Weather or carry slaps into mooches. Yes. I've been trying to figure out what I would want to see with 8.0. And I feel like Fisher already has enough skills. Like, I'm expecting a big change for Fisher come 8.0, either through button bloat reduction. Why do I have a random ambitious lure there? Because we already have too much between rod and spearfishing. So I'm expecting that. They've also mentioned that they don't want to do another level increase. I don't remember what the source is, but I was told that there was an actual source for that. So I don't think we're going to see level 110, which means they're going to have some other form of progression. And my guess is that it's horizontal. So I'm expecting skill trees in a way. And if we do that, then I'm not sure exactly what we could see. My personal opinion is I'd really like to see I think I would actually really like to see the use of this tab right here, the Soul Crystal. I think reusing that for like a sort of specialist, where if you have it in there, like if you have a certain like gem slot in there or like magic materia or something like that, you get certain buffs. So like for Fisher, maybe all of your temporary buffs like Chum and Surface Slap and Prize Catch become duration based. So instead of one-time use, they're like 2 minutes long, and then it would work with like Mooch and stuff. So having something like that, like modifiers, I think is really cool. Kind of like what also they're doing with the Relic as well. Like I think the Relic is testing something. That's kind of my idea though. I love leopard eels. I don't love leopard eels. Is this still... Oh, this is Amanda Aiken. That might also get tagged. I'll talk to Wrath and see what happens with the see what happened with answers. We'll find out. I mean, we'll find out after this video processes. I'll probably know tomorrow, but let me see. You get... Just literally message Wrath right now. I will just ask Wrath. Yeah, I think they're definitely hitting hardware issues, or at least like memory issues. I also kind of think that their memory issues are definitely being held back, so I'd be interested to see if they're pushing for higher memory stuff. I am also expecting only one job. Oh, what is with these slips? What that one job is, I don't know. Fizz range, maybe? Tank? No, we have 4 tanks. 3 fizz range. I absolutely think that we'll probably get a fizz range. End of PS4 support for 8.0. If it isn't at 8.0 launch, it's during 8.0. We also have to remember they have Xbox as well. So if they're only supporting the current gen Xboxes, then that would make sense to kill PS4 as well. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, everything that I expected with Dawn Trail is happening, where it was very much a transitional expansion. This is partially why I'm not, like, I don't know. This is why I'm not, like, super disappointed by Dawn Trail, is because I kind of, going into it, expected it to be, King of the Nerds, thank you for the follow. I kind of expected it to be a little weird. I made the assumption that it was going to, no matter how well it did, it was going to see a decrease in players. Like, that was something that I'm not surprised to see, even before the game launched. This is loud again. Come on, music. I definitely felt that they were going to be trying a bunch of stuff, like they did with Chaotic. Or Chaotic? Yeah. World of Darkness. Cloud of Darkness. Like, they're trying that out. They're trying out Quantum now, which I think is really cool. Cosmic Exploration is still new. Cashew, thank you for the follow. There's a lot of just really interesting stuff that they're doing and testing and trying, and I really think that they're really just kind of, I don't know. If I was at Square Enix right now, I wouldn't be looking at whatever numbers they're seeing, because what they see are not what we see. You can point at the Lucky Poncho census all you want. It is not accurate. Square Enix is the only people who have the accurate numbers of what things look like. And I think regardless, I would, from what numbers I have seen, I'm not looking at this going, man, this game is tanking. It's not. I don't think anything has happened so far for me that I've just been like, man, that was a really, really, really detrimental decision, and I don't think they've made any changes or adjustments that made me go, man, that's going to kill the game. No. I think Dawn Trail has been fine. It's been great. I've enjoyed Dawn Trail. I've actually been more engaged in Dawn Trail than I was in Endwalker. So I think that they have a lot of... I think they're setting themselves up to make a big change in 8.0, and I'm very excited to see what it is that they decide to do. That's it. Like, that's basically my take. Dawntrail's fine. I'm excited to see what they're using Dawntrail to test to use in 8.0, because I think 8.0 could be really, really good. Or it might not be. Who knows? Yeah, with the Dawntrail story perspective of like the Warrior of Light taking the backstage role was fine. Like I said, I will agree that the Dawntrail pacing was a bit weird, and they had a few too many breaks in there when they were like, "Hey, let's recap what happened," and then spend 10 minutes doing that. That was like my one complaint about the story. But beyond that, like, it was fun. I had a good time. I'm not gonna complain about it too much more than that. Hi, Talus. We did not get a Coral Manta. So I'm gonna switch over and back. We're gonna do this, do that. Oh, wait, are we out? No, we're not out yet. Okay. No, we're out. No, let me mooch. Crap. That's not going to land me anything. Bummer, dude. We missed that. See, that's like the thing with the ping. If I didn't have high ping there, I might have been able to get in that last cast. But oh well, we have all our missions, so I'm not really complaining all too much here. Sixpences, I agree with that. I think I don't want to blame the community, but I definitely think a lot of the issues that Dawntrail have are not new. We've had these issues before. There's nothing that has... there's been nothing that has come out of Dawntrail that, like I said, has been like, man, this is bad. I think it's been fine. And I think a lot of people are just... they are rightfully making complaints about it, but a lot of people are just latching onto certain parts that I don't think need to be latched onto. But yeah, like, and this isn't me saying like, hey, don't complain. Like, please, no, don't take it that way. This is really just me going, Final Fantasy XIV has been here before. It has been in this exact position before, and what came out of it was Shadowbringers. Like, Stormblood was fine. It was, in my opinion, Stormblood is basically in a similar position as Dawntrail was now. And the next patch, and the next expansion we got was Shadowbringers, which is regarded as one of the best expansions in an MMO ever. Oh, whoops, I did Spoon Worm instead of Plumping in. Yeah, and then there was 1.0. Yeah, and going back, I actually really like Stormblood. I was rewatching some people play through Stormblood, and I was like, man, I actually kind of liked it. I kind of liked the story. I liked the setting. I liked the pacing. I liked the characters. Heian needs to come back. Lise needs to come back. But I don't know if we'll see that going into 8.0. Yeah, but like Stormblood Raid series was great. with Omega. Omega is still considered one of the better raids. If I'm understanding that correctly, I didn't raid Omega on content. Yeah, Bella. It's definitely Dawn Trail. They said Dawn Trail was going to be a vacation expansion, and I definitely feel like it's been a vacation expansion. A little more, yeah. So a little bit more side content and story would be nice, but I really, really think that the last few patches stories have been just on point. Like those have been some of the best patches that they've done. Also, hello, Lynn. Yes, I'm live. I'm live on YouTube. I will now be live on Twitch and YouTube whenever I go live. I don't have a schedule yet. I'll probably get one this winter when my schedule calms down. When my, social schedule calms down. I missed... So, the reason that I remember... Oh, see, the latency's messing up with the animations. Oh, I wonder if the animations are... Oh, I wonder if the animation... I'm getting sidetracked here by networking stuff. I wonder if they're replicated. Anyways, my wedding day is Stormblood's early access launch. June 17th. So that's how I remember when Stormblood launched, is I just think of when my anniversary was. I did miss the virtual alliance. I literally came back like a day or two after they had fixed all that from my wedding/honeymoon. Can I get some executioners to kind of spice up this point run a little bit? I think I have to go look at Teodo's thing there. Yeah, Rabon Savage. I missed Rabon Savage. I was still also very casual when I was playing, so I probably wouldn't have noticed it to begin with. One of these days, I will stop getting eels and prodigal sons. I just want an executioner. Oh, maybe it'll end up being like the first Spectral, where it was literally just the last thing I got. Oh, I could have identical cast the sweepers. Oh well. There we go. Yeah, last cast, again. That happened with the Funnel Sharks earlier, too. Alright, so at this point, we basically just burn all of our GP on whatever we get. So Bruni, I don't have a ton of those stories because I don't remember them. I started playing in... Oh gosh, when did I start playing? Mid-Heaven's Ward. I think it was 3.2? Let's find out. I should always remember this, but I can't actually... Let's log in. Let me log into my lodestone and find out while I fish for these slow fish in the last bits here. Go to achievements, go to the very end. Yeah, Lynn, whenever I play as a Lalafell, I try not to stay on it for too long because it is very hard to see things. But yeah, Rotano is really nice because you have Ul'dah in the background. Let's see, alright. Lodestone. Log. How many characters? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh god, when did I get 26 alts? Let's look. Very last page. Alright. Storyteller 1 was earned on that date. Let's see, current. Yeah, see, I didn't get any executioners or funnel sharks, so I didn't get any good points there. But that's enough for a bunch more script. Yeah, a lot of them are for... Like, there's like 5 or 6 on Dynamis, because I just made funny names. Like, that's the whole reason I have a lot of them there. The other ones were from pre-data center travel, when I would make alts on other data centers to either meet with people, to hang out with them, or fish, or actually, in some cases, just play the game in a different server. There's a couple of alts that I started the story again on. All right, let's not get that many. Let's start with 35. Thank you for the follow, Sararar. Sararar. Sararar, that's it. But let's see. And Ein, I cannot pronounce that. Let's see, current patch in 8.23. Alright, looking at the patches. Let's see, this was in 2015, August. It was patch... I joined in patch 3.05. I literally started playing right after Heaven's Word launch, and now I remember it because I got confused as to why there was downtime, because patch 3.07 was 2 days later. Vitalis. So yeah, I have been playing since Heaven's Word. I've been playing since 3.0. Yeah, no, 3.0. And then when did I beat A Realm Reborn? What's the achievement for beating A Realm Reborn? Because I played it really slowly from the start. Yeah, 6.08. I remember the Endwalker launch. That was fun. That was a crazy, crazy time. All right. Well, Opabinia is up in 24 minutes. Gonna miss Gondola again. That's fine. I'll catch it. I can probably record it tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. If not, I can probably do it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday morning. Then the next time after that isn't until Tuesday, and I might have meetings. Alright, let's hide the Shadowbringers fish again. Do I have a Shoney? Oh, well. think I have that. I search Shonisaurus. Oh, I don't have a Shonisaurus. I probably should have gone for that. Oh well. Hide the Dawn Trail fish because this character doesn't have Dawn Trail. Bunch of fish closing. Do I have Bloodtail Zombie? That's always fun to go for. Scarabania, I don't. I need to grab some of you. I think the funniest thing about Endwalker launch is that around that time I was... Oh, you are welcome, Lex. I am happy to help. Alright, so we're going to go for Bloodtail Zombie, which isn't up for very long. We're going to be joining its window late. This guy's fun. So Bloodtail Zombie is fun because it descents into another fish. And thank you for the follow. You think it is ARR Warrior Flight. Alright, I'll look that up while I'm catching fish here. When did I beat these things? Hold on, what is this achievement? Oh wait, hold on, it's before this. I did the achievement quest Orthodox Mayhem on like a month later. So it took me a month to get into Heaven's Word. Yeah. Cuz I was doing it looks like I was doing Somal. Is that Good King Mogomog? Yeah. I did Thorn March. Ooh, I did Thorn March Extreme? When did I do Thorn March Extreme on content? Almost on content. That was like right after. That's exciting. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, so King of the Nerds. Bloodtail Zombie. It's, if you look at the lore, it talks about how it... I have to remember here. I believe it talks about how it died eating another fish. But let me confirm that. Yeah, local fisher legend has that this catfish died choking on a meat too large to slide down its gullet, only to return to the river of its unholy spawning to feed on the brains of lesser fries. And it does desynth into something, but I forget if it was this one that desynths into another fish. Like a red tail zombie specifically. Yeah. It will desynth into red pigment, Allegan gold piece, Savage Aim Materia 6, or a red tail. Which then it itself, the red tail, will then desynth into Allegan's brawn piece or a red pigment. I think that's too early again. And yeah, TRM, it's not a hard fish, it's just rare. And I'm just picking up these red tails because I'm not paying full attention to the time here because I'm looking at, trying to figure out when I beat A Realm Reborn. Apparently I mapped all of Sistasha like a month later. After starting. Keeper of the Lake was less than a month. Outer Lenosha. Dreams of Ice was main scenario. Let us cling together. Oh wait, hold on. Is this it? Brave new companions is the quest. Eorzea defender of Eorzea. That was less than a month later. So yeah, it took me less than a month to beat A Realm Reborn. I have to go back and check because there's a good chance I still haven't finished mapping. Oh, what's the dungeon that I hate getting? Oh, it's in Thanalan. It's one of the add-on dungeons. Sunken Temple of Karn. I went years before I finished mapping Karn because I never did the secrets. Yeah, Totorak is another one. There's a lot of stuff I just haven't gone back and done. I'm not a huge achievement hunter, so I'm not like trying to unlock every achievement as it comes out. So I'm like, I probably have a bunch of those that are just like, hey, you need to go like step foot in this one back room and stare at like a Quaggan, wrong game, a Tonberry, and then you'll get an achievement. Like, it's like those things that I just haven't done. To be fair, no one does. Yeah, to be fair, no one does Karn. For a while there, my friend and I were doing leveling roulettes, and we always got Karn to the point where we were just like, all right, time for my daily Karn roulette. And it was always Karn. I think this was during Endwalker, like right after one of the big surges. All right, that is too early in the cusp. So it could be, but it isn't likely to be. Yeah. Oh, Anomalocaris is up too for 5 minutes. We'll do Anomalocaris after this because I like Anomalocaris. Yeah, it is hard to get a team to like. It's really hard to get people to do all of Karn, like to 100% Karn, because no one wants to do it in the first place. And then everyone's just rushing through, so they never stop and do the secrets because you don't have to. And I think the secret thing is cool. Like, I think it's really cool that they have it. But no one stops and does it. This might be Redtail, or Bloodtail zombie. Yeah. There it is. Alright, let's go swing over. Do I have... I have to check to see if I have some of these fish, because it's been a hot minute. Korthus, Sea of Clouds. I don't have a Anomalocaris yet. Okay. See, Totorak was the same way. Yeah, Totorak was very similar. Yeah, because everyone would just go through the maze in Totorak on the quote-unquote right side. Or the correct side. Okay, so I just heard back from Wrath like half an hour ago because I forgot to respond. According to Wrath, yes, Wrath gets dinged for answers, but he also gets dinged for Dragon Song, notably so bad that if you watch the credits to Heaven's Ward, it dings you for it on the copyright strike. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to make a stream safe playlist of 14 music, and we'll just use that for the future now that I'm streaming on YouTube as well, because Twitch never gave me an issue with it. I think it would be cool if people did stuff for the sprouts, because there's a lot of things that you can just go and explore in the game, like especially early on. Like I think that's one of the things that A Realm Reborn did well, was add in those little story bits, but no one really feels like doing that anymore. I actually wonder if that would be an interesting thing. Like, would there be enough people interested in just doing like 100%ing dungeons like Karn to go through and actually find all of those secrets, to like have like a little group do it, just to explore it, like a lore tour in a way, maybe? I don't know. Oops. The Sludge and Totorak. Yeah, we like the Sludge and Totorak. All these new players don't understand the pain that is the Totorak Sludge. Yeah, some of the stuff we just can't do because they streamlined everything, like Cape Westwind. I remember back in Stormblood with Cape Westwind, we would, whenever we saw like, hey, someone is new to this party, everybody knew that as like the signal to just be like, oh man, this is gonna be so hard, this is gonna be challenging, we're not gonna be able to figure this out, it's gonna be tough. Yeah. Oh shit. So they announced some new, I think, Final Fantasy XIV Magic the Gathering cards, and one of them is fishing gear. Someone just sent that to me. That's fun. So Prince, the go through A Realm Reborn content without completing any MSQ. I have a fishing challenge that I keep meaning to start, where it is get all of the A Realm Reborn fish before doing Sestasha. I actually think I could do it before. I think you can do it without doing the Envoy quest. Yeah, so they do have duty support now for a lot of those things, which I think is great. Like, I think duty support is a really, really good addition to the game. They should make a Find Sand card. Yeah, that would be actually kind of funny. So you can get to the Isle of Umbra with some help. Theoretically, you can get off Vilbrand without you can get off Vilbrand with some help as well. You don't actually have to do anything. We have 6 minutes. Ooh, wait, 7 stars. No, 7 stars is up enough now. It's coming up. Cool, we can finally go do Opabinia and Allegan Blade Shark after this. Yes. That's the thing that a lot of people don't know, is that, yes, you would have to start in Limsa. You cannot swim to the Isles of Umbra. you have to fly. So you'd have to get a friend to fly you there. And if you join an FC that has a house in Ul'dah or Gridania, you can teleport to that house and then just walk out of the neighborhood, and you can wander around. Not a lot of people know about that second one. They think that it's locked like Shirogane and Imperium are. Those you cannot walk out of. Yeah, Lynn, you can just walk off. You can get off Vilbrand by joining an FC that has a house in Gridania or Ul'dah, teleporting to the house, and then just walk out of the neighborhood, and then align yourself to an Aetheryte. And once you're off the island, you can Chocobo Porter anywhere, or Chocobo Rent. Not a lot of people know it. I was talking to Wrath after he did his speedrun of Fish earlier this year, and I was like, man, you could have shaved so much time off if you just knew that you don't need to do, you technically don't even have to do MSQ. That is really close. 43. King of the Nerds, what are some of your... What's the painful fish left for you? Bye, Bernie. Have fun finding your Pokemon cards. Why is it not marking the game that I'm playing on YouTube? I set that up. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you. I'm still trying to get the YouTube side of things cleaned up, but I can say that emojis are now available if you click join and do the whole membership thing. It is cheaper than a Twitch subscription and can be used. I think they can be used anywhere on YouTube now. So just as a consideration for that. If you're on Twitch, I also have a bunch of emotes as well. Okay, I'm done talking about, that's my like hour of, let's talk about those things. My one an hour. Yeah, Sixpence is, it's not even listing any for me. See, alright, King, you got Garlic, Steth Diamond Eye, Duskfish, Ronka, and Priest. My one tip, and I give this, I say this all the time. If you have a bunch of fish left and you have some really challenging fish, leave yourself with like 4 or 5 always up fish or daily fish or like fish that you can easily fish eyes. Leave those until you're like done. Like make those those easy fish the last fish you have to do. And mentally it gets so much easier to finish your log out because you can get over that hurdle, and that hurdle of the challenging fish isn't the end. So you're not like clawing like I have to do these to be done. You just go, I have to do these, and then I can just walk to the finish line. It is so, there's a massive mental change. It is so nice to have. So highly recommend. Just don't even go for some of those, like the easier ones. Yeah, Ronka's good to leave up because you can like literally just live in the Raktika Greatwoods. If that is one of them. But if you have like 43 fish left, I assume you have some pretty easy fish. Yeah, so I thought I manually set it, and it didn't set, according to the thing that I'm looking at here. I don't know if anyone's watching on YouTube and can tell me if it actually says what game it is. I could probably also just look myself, because it is my channel, so I can probably do that. Fill you in. Oh. No, because I need to do this. Nope. We're done. Because that's the end of the window. View my channel. Live. Does it tell me? No, actually, no. It does actually now say that I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Go figure. What's coming up here really quick? Oh, right, Opabinia. Ooh, do I have Skyballs? Let me search. Sig. We're gonna go see if the FC chest has some that I can mooch. Aminace, thank you for the follow, and you are welcome for those guides. Favorite fish? Oh, mud skippers. Oh, I was just talking about those. I was just talking about those at Dragon Con the other week. By week, I mean like 4 weeks ago now at this point. Because they are a fish that can live outside of water. They're fun. This is where I'm going. Thank you, Prince. So do I have... Do. We don't. Okay. Can I purchase them? If I don't have signature Skyballs, I don't want to go for Opabinia just yet. We're gonna find out though. No. No one's selling them. Oh, yuck. Alright, let's see if we can actually buy them ahead of time here. Because I have Shadowbringers done, so I should be okay. Yeah, I would... The typical priority that I recommend sending people on when they're going for their fishing log is start with the really rare uptime fish, so like Aelid Scan, Ruby Dragon, Cinder Surprise. Like those are all ones that you really should be focusing on. No. We could do this old school too, actually. I have fiend worms. Let's just go old school. It's not a problem. Yeah, when you're working on your log, highly recommend start with the incredibly rare fish. So Aelid Scan, Ruby Dragon, Cinder Surprise, Bob-Goblin Bass. Those would be the ones that I would start with. And whenever those windows are up and you're able to go to them above anything else. Those are the fish you go for. After that, it would be like sidereal whale, fricacata, quamaton if you feel like it. Lancetfish is a bit of a weird one, but if you have the time to try and go for like a double mora, especially with the fish eyes, worth going for. And then after that priority, just go and do whatever fish you want. But really, you want to make sure that you're hitting those really, like the big three, as much as you can. And then when you're nearing the end of your log, make sure you save some easy fish that are always up or up daily or are not really remarkable in any way. Save those as the last fish you catch, like the Chiurgeon or something like that, and let those be how you end going for your log, and it is so much easier. Mentally, it is so much easier for you to get through. If you haven't gone for Garlic yet, you will likely get Rex bites while going for Garlic. So I would just wait to get it for when you go for Garlic. There are ways to set up Garlic without running into Rex. Like there are ways that you can just do that and not have any issues with it. I don't think it's worth the time, especially if it's your first or second time through the log. That's about it. So yeah, basically though, Rex and Garlic go together. Hi again. We're still going. I'm probably going to go for at least another hour or so. Then I have to deal with dinner, and I have a tabletop game tonight, so you're back for some more fun, entertaining times of fishing. I should probably look up what the bite times are for... Oh, this is old school feeling. Back in my day, we had to use fish eyes to catch Opabinia. And sometimes you caught barrel eye instead. It might actually just be easier if I go for Allegan Blade Shark first. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for Allegan Blade Shark, which is just straight up mooches. But I'll let anything come out and bite. And then if I get a Hropkin, cool. And I'll just add it up over time, and hopefully we'll get an intuition at some point, because we got like 18 minutes on this. Because Hropkin can bite on this as well. Undertaker is a fish that I would go for. Ooh, the cat is back and would like food. Yeah, see? Hopkins. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll just actually just go for Blade Shark. And then... yeah, we'll just go for Blade Shark. And we'll pick up Int. Is Ondo Taker up in 6 days? Or is it up in 6 days normally? And you could fish eyes it earlier. Let's find out. Oh, hello. Yes, it is. I'll feed you in a second, cat. No, you could go for it in 15 hours with fish eyes. Little Paracos is not considered a legendary fish, no. Let me go feed my cat, because I just noticed what time it is. I will be right back. Everyone take a 5-minute break. And then I will tell you the story of Little Paracos. Because it's not a legendary fish, but it's still interesting. So, I will be right back. You can hang out and look at the berating bombard fish that yells at me to come back. Be right back. I'm back. I know it hasn't been 5 minutes, but I'm back. Hold on, 1 sec. Okay, now I'm back for real. I had to make sure I put something away. So, King of the Nerds was asking, is Little Paracos a legendary fish? The answer is no, but it's actually a very interesting fish. So Little Paracos is caught in the North Isle of Endless Summer in Costa del Sol, Eastern Lenosha. Notably, this is a Realm Reborn zone. And so you would think that it was added sometime during 2.0. It was not. It was added in 4.0 with Stormblood, because the Isle of Endless Summer wasn't actually accessible until they added swimming, which was in Stormblood. Now, it's weird because you would expect it to, you would expect one of two things. It was added in Stormblood, so it would have some Stormblood level gathering breakpoint. Or, because it's in an Endwalker zone, it would have some Endwalker level gathering breakpoint. And the answer is it has neither. Little Paracos was just recently, in the past 6-7 months, confirmed to have a 0 gathering requirement. with the new skills, we were able to test this a whole lot easier, and so a handful of people were literally breaking their gear to get down to 0 gathering to confirm that there was no insufficient gathering message when going for Little Paracos. Yeah, so the story of Little Paracos is really wild too. Here's how with Little Paracos, like if you're like level 50 to 70 gear, you're pretty fine. Like you're okay gear wise. Like you're probably the best chance that you have is in that level of gear. I don't know what the specific breakpoint is, but it's there in that area. Or sorry, what the specific like expected breakpoint would be like. What is SE expecting you to have versus what you actually need, which is 0. The way that we figure that out, and the way that you can go for a 0 gathering Little Paracos, is you get your gear to 100% durability. You go to Laynode Pyro in the final zone of Dawntrail. You set that as your home point, and then you run over to the fire elementals and die. And you do that 33 times so that your gear is at, I think, 1% durability, because it's 3% every it's 3% every death, or roughly 3% every death. You die 33 times to get your durability of your gear down to 1%. Then you, before the Little Paracos window, this is all happening before this happens, you go to the Isle of Endless Summer and you cast out into the Little Paracos hole, and you use Spareful Hand to store Wahoos. Because you have to mooch Wahoos into Little Paracos. So while you're doing that, your gear is still breaking. Each fish you catch lowers the durability. So what you do is you store 3 Wahoo. You have enough durability to be able to do that. And then you just keep fishing until your gear breaks. And when your gear breaks, you don't have any stats whatsoever. Like it doesn't provide you any more stats. And so you go straight down to 0 gathering. And because you have stored those Wahoo, you can still mooch them. Because if you try catching Wahoo at low gathering, it does not work very well. It is slipping. It will slip all the time. So what you do is, with Spareful Hand, we're able to store at least 3. If you're lucky, your gear completely breaks when you have a Wahoo like ready to be mooched. But you mooch out all 3, and it takes over a minute for Little Paracos to bite because you have 0 gathering. Another little known fact is that gathering does impact the bite time of fish, but typically people aren't at such a low gathering level when they're trying to go catch a fish that it is noticeable. You might, like, to put that on a scale, if you were in best in slot Shadowbringers gear, and you were in Ultima Thule, which is the end game of Endwalker, and you were fishing for like this in the sidereal whale hole, you might notice a few extra seconds on each bite. That's how minimally impactful it is. But if you were in Shadowbringers gear going into Endwalker, then things would start becoming noticeable and very annoying. But that's why it also takes forever for Little Paracos to bite, because you have 0 gathering and it's expecting you to have some other higher level gathering, so it just expands out the bite time, and it's something like 60 to 70 seconds. I have a couple of recorded bites that I should probably measure, because I've done it a few times. I was going to make a video on it at one point, but Teodo Teyun, who is like a masterful angler, he was talking about how his estimate is if somebody was to go for a zero gathering little Paragos, assuming it was possible to actually be caught, like it just physically wasn't a 0% bite chance or a 0% catch chance, it might take until, I think, what did he say? 10.0 if you hit every window. Like, it is a genuinely rare thing to do. So there are a few people who, like myself, who, if we feel like it and it's up soon, will do it, because it takes like 30 minutes to prep. It is a long prep, and if you screw up, you don't really have to restart, but it's still kind of a pain in the butt. But you can prep and do it, and some of us will actually go and see if we can get it. So Lynn over on the other chat here is asking, does that mean that when ocean fishing with low-level gear and characters, your bite times won't be the same as those in the guides? And hold on, I got sun in my eyes. Not wholly. It depends on the fish. The Fabled Legends, if you're in level 50 gear, which I know this one from personal experience, like if you're going for a Fabled Legend in ocean fishing and you're in, say, level 50-ish gear, it will take a very, very long time to bite. I think most people don't notice that. But I have seen Coral Manta take 60 seconds to bite. Half Goofa takes 60 seconds to bite. I actually think I have one of my Fisher challenges, I think, is to catch a Fabled Legend in level 50 gear. If not, it's coming when I do Nightmare Mode missions. But from what we can tell for, I believe, Intuition Fish, but definitely Fabled Legend Fish, the soft, quote-unquote, soft breakpoint for ocean fishing is around level 80. It's roughly around the level 80, like mid Shadowbringers gear, whatever gathering that level was. I only have like 3 minutes left on this. I will have to pick up some signature skyballs on this character. I might pull some over from North America. Alright, let's go do some interesting fish after this, because we only got 3 minutes. 1,000, I don't want to do 1,000 eye itch. Hold on, is Endoceras coming up? In an hour, okay. Coelacanthus is the other one, and I think I already have a bunch of those. Oh, speaking of broken gear, I should go repair my gear. Let's turn off Shadowbringers fish again. Could do Soul the Martyr. We could go try and fish eyes. Warden. Because green prism fish are up in 2 minutes. Same with indigos. Yeah, why don't we go do that? Why don't we go do Warden after this? Stonefly. I'll have to go pick up some more Stonefly, but yeah, we could totally. Let's go do Warden of the Seven Hues. No. I'm almost out of the window here, so we're good. But we'll do. I'll finish out this Patience, and then we'll just go to Warden of the Seven Hues. Knock out that guy. Warden got interesting after Dawn Trail as well, because now you can, with Fish Eyes, you could go for indigos. Like in Endwalker, it was already easy because you could Fish Eye the like the indigos and the firelights. So that made it easier. But now you can store fish. And the thing that a lot of people also don't know about Warden of the Seven Hues is indigo and firelight fish, which are required for intuition, are not time gated. It's the fish that they mooch off of, which is violet and red prism fish. Those are the ones that are actually time gated. So what you can do now is just catch those fish, if you're using Fish Eyes, that is, catch the mooching fish and then store them with Spareful Hand. And then once your Fish Eyes runs out, then you can mooch them and have triple hook available or double hook available, whatever you want to do with that. But yeah, being able to pocket fish is great. There's a lot of stuff that I think that we haven't even really discovered, or at least isn't talked about enough, that makes things really kind of weird and wild. I need to get back to a thing where I was trying a new strategy for Maya Man, because the Abnerian Caiman can be caught straight caught. Like, it can be a straight catch fish, or it is a mooch off of Handy Hamsa. So what you can do is you can store Handy Hamsas ahead of time and then just mooch them once the int goes down, and then just double triple hook your way into like an additional int. So just another weird thing you can do with the new skills that we haven't really, I don't think have really been talked about all too much. Mainly it's just, it's like, who the hell is going to care about optimizing Maya Man? Store those. Let's go grab some more Stonefly and empty out our inventory. Finally cleared Shadowbringers and moved on to Endwalker fishing. It is a big change. I think you will find that you won't have as many hurdles. You won't have as many consistent hurdles in Endwalker fishing, but you will definitely have some fish that stand out with Endwalker. Okay, we're cutting that close. That's fine. We won't empty out our... Any bite under 24 seconds off of the rock salt mooch, if you're going for a Sethicanthus, just ignore. 24 seconds plus is the sculptor bite time. I would definitely prep those. Yeah, I would definitely prep rock salt fish ahead of time too for all of those fish, for Diamond Eye, Salt Mill, Sethicanthus. Oh, crap. Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a you problem. It is literally just the locks is very, very mean. Practically alive. Thank you for the follow. And Practically Alive, thank you for subscribing with Prime. But yeah, Pearl Eyes is the dominant fish. You'll definitely run into issues with Pearl Eyes. I think which ult was? I think it was my second NA ult, so my third final fish. They got Stethacanthus Intuition 3 times. Didn't get they had bites in the first 2, but never actually got a Stethacanthus to stay, because Steth is actually deceptively slippery. But it didn't stay until the third intuition. In sort of counter to that, I was also trying to go for a max size Stethacanthus, so I was kind of kneecapping myself a little bit. We're just not... Hold on, I have to do... Oh no, I got a green prison fish, which means I have it... Yes, okay, so I have everything learned. We're just getting unlucky here with the violets. Which is fine, because what we can do is mooch or fish eyes into them afterwards. Stethacanthus is one of those fish where I would definitely look into using fish eyes to get the sculptors and then use the collector's glove hold for the actual window. Practically Alive, thank you. I am happy to help, and definitely good luck. The one thing I find is people do fishing a whole lot more towards the back half of an expansion. Take that as you wish, but that's just something that I've also noticed, is that a lot of people do fishing more, or I see more people asking fishing questions in the back half of an expansion than the front half. Especially around like 7.4, 7.5. Because I think just a lot of people wait for all the fish to be added, or they just run out of things to do. And this is also just a non sequitur off of you, Practically Alive. You just are the person who made me think of it. Usually in the back half of an expansion is when I see the most people really starting to care about fish. One of these days we'll get a violet. Yes, that is the other thing too. I'll see a ton of people as well who will, like in 7.4, I'll see a bunch of people just go, oh, well, time to catch all the other normal fish. And then basically just knock those out in 2 weeks. And then at the end of, going into 7.5, they'll just catch they'll just leave the legendaries, and then 7.5.5 to expansion launch is only for legendaries. There is a violet. Oh yeah, we should be okay. Yeah. So 7.4, start of the year. I expect Fish Fest will be kind of busy because a lot of people will be doing that. Alright, we're now just in catch and stock territory here. Warden is so slow. It hasn't gotten faster. I think Fish Eyes helped a little bit, but it hasn't really done a ton. I think it's... Oh, crap. Oh, well. Wait, how did... Okay, just wanted to make it clear what just happened there. That was a weak bite. I'm on Patience 2, and I used Powerful Hook Set, and it successfully reeled in. That does not happen very often. I mean, where do I need? Just one. I want to wait, I guess. Actually, how much time do I have on those? Oh, 13 minutes. Okay, so 13 minutes on those, which means... Okay, this is just an overlap window then. Yeah, Lynn, I think that's the other part of it too, is that if you don't have to have a static or some other grind. I mean, with 14, combat is like the name of the game. It's the primary thing everyone does. So once you're done with the combat grinds, then everyone goes and does the non-combat grinds. We are just getting really unlucky with these violet bites. Yeah. Waiting for ulti PF, well, yeah, that would be... I have seen a lot of fishers on Aether as they are waiting for like their Qs to pop. Or their PFs to finish. I see that a lot. Boo. Oh, Ruby's tomorrow. Someone's asking about sea butterfly in the fish cord. Okay, now we are in Firelight. So we're gonna have to try and fish eyes our way into into Firelights, or into Indigos. If we don't get any Firelights, I may just say, let's call it and go find a more exciting fish to watch. So we'll see how we do with Firelights. If we can get our Firelights, I'll fish eyes the Indigos. I say that as I get a red prisonfish. And watch, it'll be a firelight. What did I say? I say, yeah, I'll just fish eyes into it. Fine. What's the best way to do this? Let me think. We're gonna need to wait for GP to regen for sure. We're gonna stock. We'll store. Yeah, we'll store, we'll go ahead and just store all those fish as they come in. So we'll store the firelights, and then we'll just wait and just mooch them afterwards. The final fish took longer than getting the 3 legend titles. Yes, I hear that a lot as well. The one thing that I think catches people off guard with fishing, or just turns them off to it, is it isn't something you can do in a week. It doesn't have a fixed end date. Like with the ultimates, I can go to a friend and say, hey, can you help me through T? And they'll be like, yeah, that'll probably take, 4 weeks with this schedule. And I'd be like, cool. And I know that within, roughly 4 weeks, I will have T done. With fishing, there is no way to easily say that. We can estimate. We take our averages, which is like, maybe it's going to be around 2 to 3 months, but it isn't just something that you can set an end date to. Yeah, because Cinder is on vacation. That is the one reason. Specifically Cinder Surprise. But I think that's one of the things that turns people off away from fishing as well. And you really just have to flip the thinking on that. So, wow, I sound like a corporate trainer. One of the things that you want to think about is, don't think about how long is this going to take me, it's how long do I want to do it for. So like it's basically like with any grind, it's, oh, this isn't going to take me a week, it's, I just feel like doing it for a week. And that's it. And then I'm not going to do it again. Yeah. Having it being a long, slow thing is really nice. The way that the skills have been added make it so that a lot of like the really old fish, like all the Realm Reborn fish, some of the Heavensward fish, they are easier to reach with those skills, so you're not spending as much time on them, so they're kind of like playing a bit of catch up. But well, that was unexpected and terrifying. But it is a little bit rough if you don't know that that's how that works. The one thing that I will also recommend to people, because there's really no one good way of approaching fishing. I've had a couple of people ask, like, what's the most optimized way of doing fishing? And I just kind of shrug. Like, there is no optimized route that you can take. But what I will sometimes suggest is don't go into it like all at once. Pick a zone. Pick a region, pick an expansion, and just go for those fish. Find a title you like and go. Bum, 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 bum. Crap. Oh wait, perfect. Store. That's what I wanted. Because then what I can do is go with... How am I going to do this? We'll go cordial into prize catch into a cast. We'll see if we can get a second one, however unlikely. Yeah, that's the other thing too, Zin. It's like it's not on-demand content. It can be frustrating, especially when the fish aren't up when you're up. We'll make that our 5th one. I just spent Lynn's saying that they spent a whole year fate farming for the squirrel. Couldn't be me. I haven't even started the squirrel. Like, I'm not even thinking about it. All right, 5 of you, 3 of you. We have 1 stored violet, so we're gonna wait a second to get to 700 before we mooch. Now, Warden itself doesn't have any sort of time or weather restrictions. It's always up. So we don't have to really rush. We're not really in a rush, so I can let my GP naturally regen here and not burn those 3 stacks, because we might need those again later. I do have the Ranique on my main, yeah, but even then it took me maybe a month after launch to get it, and I still ended up buying, at the time, I probably bought the last 15, 20 tokens I needed. But yeah, so I do have the Ranique. I do not have the Barrel Tender. It took me 2 days to get the Cosmo board, but also the Cosmic Exploration stuff is kind of rough. Oh, okay, yeah. If you're doing it solo, yeah, that would take some time. The Barrel Tender doesn't really speak to me all that much, to be honest. I'm not really all that interested in it, so I never really rushed to it. Cosmic Exploration for crafting is I did the Sinus missions, and I'm okay with that. They haven't asked me to do any crafting for Fena, and I'm kind of disappointed. Alright, we can mooch this guy now. Yeah, Mail, the Cosmo board, if you just ground out... What is it? Oh, sweet. We're getting in right as Cordial is coming up with Athaliac's favor. Cool. All right, we're going for Warden. Yeah, so it took me 2 days because I mostly was very casually just doing large saltpeter shore resources and Stardust bait test. Just over and over. That is really all you need. You don't, like, that was the fastest that I could do it. Anyone that I've talked to was like, this is just way chiller than doing expert crafts. It's not for everybody, but it's there. Yeah, I know the crafting is more chill on Fena. I haven't really dove too much into the crafting yet. I do plan to, because I still have 2 or 3 crafters left to max. So I'll probably use it for crafting, leveling and stuff like that. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I did my first expert crafts to unlock the sequential missions on Sinus. I had managed to go like 4 years without doing expert crafting. And then I was like, crap, I have to learn this. And I did. I did learn expert crafting. No. It reminds me that I still have some allied societies I need to finish. We did not stand up. We got a bite, though, which I will take as a win with Warden some days. Some days Warden just doesn't want to bite. Other days it bites all the time and you never stand up. I could try and sell this, too, to make some money, but I don't feel like it. Alright, a trick with intuition, you either will hear the chime when it drops, and the message didn't appear, which means that it's actually going to bite. The message not appearing is 100% reliable, whereas the sound is only partial. Especially on ocean fishing with the chime that everyone hears, the sound engine sometimes can't handle all the sounds, and thus it kind of just falls apart, and it will deprioritize that in sound so you don't hear it. Where are we going next? I only have a few minutes here. Let's see. I need to go check my retainers, because I feel like I should have some of these legendary fish. I also need to go repair. You can go to Bombard Fish. That's coming up. That's a fun one. Because it uses Ambitious Lure Reroll Tech. See where my fish are. These are all the fish that I've caught. Wait, hold on. I have a cupfish or a drunkfish. That's in your breath. You have nothing. What do you have? Wow. Man, so much. Herring ball, I think that is. Bombard fish requires herring ball? Yeah. And then repair. Man, we have really struck out on fish today. We have only caught Vidofnir. And we've tried a bunch of other fish. Why don't we... No, I don't usually do this. And it's always fun to take public transportation. Let's take the boat over. Bum, bum, bum. They got back to me. No. I was emailing the aquarium for Gateway Fate today because I had to update my original reservation. I originally was like, yeah, we only need 10 to 49 people. It's going to be that that price bracket. No, it was the 50 to 150 range. So I'm asking them some questions like, hey, should I tell my group to be careful with logistic stuff, like should I be sending them in waves? So I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to make sure to... I'm trying to find the easiest way to manage about 100 people in a small space. Okay, bombard fish is a daily fish, cut up here. Do I already have it? I should probably check. No. Caught in the North Bloodshore. It is a fish that you don't want to use Ambitious Lure on unless about 14 seconds has passed since casting. Then you use Ambitious Lure to re-roll into a new fish. So for us, we're going to use 7. I should probably also catch a fish and mooch it. Or slap it. But I'll wait until my macro hits 7 seconds. And then re-roll. And then if I don't get a bite by the end, that's when I would have used Ambitious Lure again. This is one of those, like the reroll strat. You would have seen me talk about it for, oh gosh, Aelid Skan, I think, is the biggest fish that would use it. Cinder Surprise technically can use it, rarely. Record Killer. But I think Aelid Skan is like the big fish that uses it. Bombard fish is one of the first ones that we were like, hey, this might work for this. It's a very strange technique, just exploiting the fact that whenever you use a lure, a new fish is applied to your line, because whatever fish you're going to catch is actually determined server side at cast. And so you use a lure, and then it goes, hey, there's new bite rates. We need to change how, we need to re-roll which fish you got using those new bite rates. And so that's why every time you use a lure, it's a new fish. It's been pretty fun because you're able to, there's bombard fish. You're able to push like Storm Chaser, which bites within 5 seconds, and you could see it at like 15 or 20 seconds. I think I'm actually going to wait for 8 seconds just to account for latency, because there's like a split second of time there for when the macro ends, telling me that the grace period is done and when I actually get a bite. How long is under the weight? Holy crap. Oh. That's the 11.5-minute version. We're not going to listen to that for another 4 minutes. I'll add that to the list of maybe don't include that in the final playlist. Oh, whoops. Oh well. If I don't have a bite. There we go. I'm wondering how much the lures are going to play into the legendary fish for Dawn Trail. I have like a half worried inkling that we're not going to get a legendary fish that is a hidden fish. I'm trying to think of how they could make an interesting hidden fish be legendary. And the way that I could think of it is you make it intuition based off of a rare bite. So think of like lancet fish, but with, or sidereal whale intuitions, but then instead of mooching or having to wait, you just use a hidden, you use, it then unlocks a hidden fish. But we haven't seen that yet, and we don't, theoretically what we understand about how hidden fish work and how intuition works, there is enough separation that we could see an intuition fish that is also a hidden fish. Because the intuition is tied to the fishing hole. The hidden fish message is tied to the fish itself. So in theory, you could have a fishing hole of 5 fish, and every single one of them technically is a hidden fish. Now, will they do that? Probably not. But there is a non-zero chance that we get 2 hidden fish, where one is off of Modest Lure, the other one is off of Ambitious Lure. But we haven't seen that yet. And I don't actually know if we will. Because half of me is also wondering if they're thinking about like an average fisher, and trying to stay within the realm of you're able to accidentally discover these fish on your own by accident. So I'm wondering, I'm trying to figure out how much are they trying to stick with that. Lynn, so a hidden fish is currently only existing in Dawn Trail. Actually, why don't I just... Well, give me one sec. I'll just go and show you what a hidden fish is. Yeah, Zin. So catching... Like, catch 10 of these M-Lure hidden fish and go and to get intuition for an A-Lure legendary. That could work. That could be a thing. I was thinking of, say... catch... I'm gonna log out here. Let me switch over to my other account. I'm thinking more of, like, say, catch 10 mirror carp in Yaktel in Yakawak, and then that gives you an intuition, and during that intuition you have to use Modest or Ambitious Lure to reveal the legendary fish. Turn off my music because I'm going to clip this too. Okay, so as I'm logging into my primary character here, who I don't remember, where did I leave them? Solution 9, okay. Okay. So hidden fish are this new mechanic added in Dawn Trail. And they are fish that can only be revealed using Modest or Ambitious Lure if a specific message appears. So if I swing over to... It's a good hidden fish to go for. We'll do Shaoloni. So let me switch to my real outdoor fishing gear, not my Cosmo gear. So as of right now, hidden fish only exists in Dawn Trail fishing spots and Cosmic Exploration. But this is one of the features of the Modest and Ambitious Lure. So here I am, where am I? So here at Westbound Zoger, there is a hidden fish called the Zoger Condor. You may have heard of it from orange script fishing. Basically, if I cast out and use Ambitious Lure, I will sometimes get a message and a sound effect, which I don't hear. Like that, that when I see that message, I have revealed the hidden fish, and there is a chance for it to now bite. All the hidden fish have their own, like, they have their own unique bites, so you can easily identify, like, this is what it is. You can definitely isolate them in some cases, but if you are specifically farming or targeting a hidden fish, if you don't see the message, there is no way that it's going to show up. So you can just use rest, come back in, save your GP and time, and then cast back out again. And that's what hidden fish are. It should also be noted that if you see, let's see if I can get it again. If you see the proc message, like you have a feeling your next fish, you've attracted a strong-jawed fish or whatever it's going, or whatever it is now, that does not count towards the hidden fish revealing. So that only just says that you're going to have a ferocious or strong bite or a weak bite, if it's like a weak-jawed fish, actually appear. Yeah, Zin. So we can data mine out the messages, and we know we're able to match the message to the fishing hole, to the fish, I should say, and we're able to match the intuition to the fishing hole. So like we'll know that it's there. It's just a matter of figuring out what the conditions are. So yeah, that's a hidden fish. That's like one of the 3 major features of the lures. The other one being it re-rolls. So each time you use it, like I was saying, it's a new fish. And then the third is it will rebalance the bites based on the lure that you use. So if you're using Ambitious Lure, then fish that respond to powerful hook set are more likely to bite than fish that don't, and vice versa for Modest Lure. So that's how that works. Let's see, what time is it? Oh. Alrighty. So I am going to end the stream here. Thank you everybody for watching. If you are just joining me on any of the platforms, Twitch or YouTube, you can follow me on these places, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Blue Sky, on Twitter. Sometimes you can also find me on Discord and some random places. I think I have a Tumblr too, but I don't really use it that much anymore. But you can follow me here if you'd like. I will have video guides out on fishing. I will have this VOD will be on the channel at some point as well, whenever YouTube processes it. But thank you everybody again for watching. I may be back streaming tomorrow. I will definitely be back next week because I am going to do the Monster Hunter. I want to stream the Monster Hunter collaboration with Final Fantasy XIV because I love Monster Hunter and I love Final Fantasy XIV. It's a win-win. So I will see you all next time. So maybe tomorrow or definitely Monday or Tuesday next week. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope you have a great weekend. I will try and have Mortimer fixed by the next time stream is on. But until then, thank you everyone, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye. And if you're on Twitch, I'm going to send you over to somebody else.